way, in a wrong way. Handle things. Regardless of whether or not you agree or disagree. That's just the reality of it. Just the reality of it. It is crazy. If you're looking at it from a one-sided mindset, come on. Just don't do that. No. We're going to get right to it. As soon as this stuff uploads over here on my end. No doubt. Shout out to Dez Bryant. Shout out to Tad Prescott. Shout out to Cowboys Nation. Without hesitations nor deviation to the mountain. You gotta fight this thing all the way through.
He needs some milk. Hear ye. Now, my name is Law Nation, and my thing is of this whole drama for your mama, because I wanted to do something else. I wanted to literally talk about grades of the players. Y'all know how I do this. Normally I go down line by line on each of the guys, and as I was creating my thumbnail, I didn't get a chance to even remove Mike McCarthy out the way and insert not Dak Prescott, but Tad Prescott in this picture on the thumbnail. But I guess I can do that on the back end. So many people got this wrong. So many people got this wrong. Let me repeat, so many people got this wrong. It's not about what Tad Prescott said to Dak, and it's not about how Dak said it's not about how Dez Bryant said what Tad Prescott should do. The man law violation is you leaking this man number out for the world to see. And on top of that, you screenshotting stuff. Man, that's what ladies do. That's what females do. And I ain't calling Dez Bryant a female, but that's a very female move. And some of the females, please, I'm not shooting any daggers at you. But screenshotting and all of that stuff, man, y'all right here in Dallas, y'all meet up. What's all of this? Oh, I'm going to go back and forth with you about a quarterback. Dak Prescott is the quarterback for this team, regardless of whether or not you like it or not. He's under contract. Now, I get it. Some people say, well, Law, you're a Dak Prescott apologist. Well, I'm also a Tony Romo apologist. I defended Tony Romo more than any quarterback in the National Football League. And it's nothing to do with his hue. Nothing. But you guys get with this baby mentality that when somebody says something about this particular team as it relates to a defense, y'all ready to jump ship. It's a man law violation. You don't give out another man's phone number and screenshot it to the world. You can disagree, but to cover ground to some of y'all, man, come on. Some of y'all said, no, he should have seen what Dak Prescott said. Tad said this, he called him a clown. Don't y'all know how many FUs I get a day? How many I got my number out here? Don't y'all know when y'all call in, I got your number? How many times do you see Law Nation posting the number of saying that this guy said about this or this guy said about that? These are the realities. And some of y'all beta males, y'all got to understand. It's lame. I don't even like talking on the phone long to another man. They be talking, look, I said, hey, dog, you know what, man, I appreciate you, man. I understand your point. I appreciate you, dog. I got to get off, man. You can ask my brothers, man. Look, and here's the other side of the coin, Cowboy Nation. Here's the other side of the coin. A brother publicly, if you had brothers in here, you will go to the edge of the earth. I know my brothers, my 3 brothers that I got, I would go to the edge of the earth fighting for them and defending them. To my blood brothers, not those who just say, hey, man, that's my brother because, you know, we kick it. I'm talking, I would go to the edge of the earth fighting for them. But I'll also tell them, hey, bro, you wrong, dog. You know you wrong. I'll never forget. I'm from Mississippi. We grew up in close to Linwood. Yeah, if everybody know what Linwood is, you know, we call it Lynchwood out there. You know what I'm saying? Gritty. One of my boys was getting jumped. So one of my, look, true story. 2 brothers fighting each other. Another person came to break them up. They end up stopped fighting each other and fought him. True story. Brothers gonna look, behold how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. It's like precious oil poured upon thy head. Man, people live by that. They live by it. So when Tad Prescott hearing all of this noise and he hearing all of the news, I'm not trying to defend Tad. But people got to understand that this man is going to fight to the edge of the earth or the end of the earth for his brother. And if you got brothers, you'll do the same. Y'all don't know what went on. Y'all don't know what went on to Jace, the one that took his life. Y'all don't know what happened. But I can tell you that amounts of that immense pressure of left and right. Not everybody's built the same. That's his last brother left. He's going to go tooth and nail for his brother, even if he's wrong. Now, he may have to step away from social media because at the end of the day, that's what people do when they sitting at homes and they mom and them house. They gonna be sitting there, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. This world is built off of negativity. Nobody love the positive talk. But y'all gotta understand, this dude will fight tooth and nail for his brother. And I'm not saying that Dez Bryant should take what Tad Prescott said with a grain of salt, but I'm quite sure that Dez Bryant is a multi-millionaire. He could have just pulled up some resources and said, hey, man, come on, man, just meet me downtown at the Omni, man. Let's talk about this, man. Let's go grab a drink. And here's what I'm trying to say. Now, I get it. You called me a clown, but this is what I need to talk to you about, bro. Look, out here in these streets, in these Twitter streets, there's always going to be a great divide. There's always going to be one end, somebody believe in this, and the other end, somebody believe in that. Regardless. And you know the funniest thing of it all. Yeah, it's multi. The funny thing of it all is that a third of you guys know y'all know how this thing goes. Twitter. Y'all know how Instagram, Facebook goes. A third of the people just want the entertainment. Come on, man. End of the story. Dak is a quarterback of the Cowboys. Love it or hate it. Yep. Let me see if I can find this right quick. I'm gonna scroll by because I don't want to be doxing. I don't want to be giving out the man number. You just don't do that. I posted this earlier. Damn, so many people despise Dak Prescott. I'm starting to think now that it's nothing to do nothing with his quarterback play or pay. Did I mention anything with the color of his skin? But so many people took that and said, Law is race baiting. Do you see any race in there? Did I mention anything about Dak Prescott being a brother in that particular stance or that statement? But so many people with feeble mind saying that, hey, Law race baiting. Where? Where? It's crazy how people, that is the nature of social media. And I had my brother on earlier this past week. Had my brother on, blood brother, came out of the same womb and tomb. Same room and shared the room. Probably put us in the same tomb. But he can flat out tell you, I defended Tony Romo more than any quarterback that ever put on that silver and blue. Literally, Tony, when he was the quarterback for the team, I'm going into college or what have you, finishing up college. So you know we had a lot of drunken fights. But people are so quick to want to listen to what they want to hear and see and read what they want to read. And, of course, Michael Irvin, this was earlier today, Cowboys firing Mike McCarthy would be an emotional driven mistake. I want you guys to put down, do you agree or disagree with that? But going back to this topic right here, I put out there, come on, Dez. This violates man law. And then he put, look what this simp text me. Now, granted, if you still wanted to put that out there, all he had to do is blot out. See, I took the courtesy of blotting out the man's number. You know, and even this right here, sharing screenshots. Come on, man. Come on, you just don't do that. You don't. You don't do this part of it, Cowboy Nation. You literally don't. Alan says, yeah, you know, the race card theory will always be a theory. It will always be the theory of a person's race is going to be the reason why they are at where they at, right? Look, my mama is from Ruleville, Mississippi, where they had one red light. One red light. And it was already granted and given to her that all she will become is a school teacher. That's all what she will become is a school teacher. A generation removed from picking cotton. Matter of fact, she went above and beyond those odds and became a registered nurse. From a registered nurse to a nurse director over surgical surgeries and procedures. But if she listened to the naysayers, she would have still been just a school teacher. And it's not, I'm not sullying or denigrating school teachers. But lo and behold, now you got law. I'm the second generation in my entire family to go to college. Entire. Second to go to college. Me and my brothers and I. My brothers and I. Out of Mississippi. But we know, we understand that when you are a person of hue, you got to get it. You got to study 9 times harder. You got to do things. You got to go through life even harder and get graded even worse, right? We know that. If the role was reversed, it'd probably be similar to the other side. We accumulate 10, I think it's, 9%? Come on, baby. Of the U.S. population. JR214, appreciate you. B-Wee does playmaking. The playmaker and Dez have a good relationship. We need some peace talk. Yeah, we do. We do need some peace talk. There gets clout. Lance Bell know that area well. Yup. I mean, come on, we know it. Come on, man. We don't have to go back and forth. What's understood shouldn't have to be explained. Shouldn't have to be explained. But just like you look at Dak Prescott, and you can use race as an issue, the same could be said about Pat Mahomes. Same could be said about Pat Mahomes. It's all about overcoming your obstacles, right? And nobody should be looking at the person's skin color. But I get it. That's what it's always going to boil down to, especially when you don't succeed. The brother's always happy when you're successful. But when a brother get down on his luck, he's not going to get the longitude and latitude. Everybody should know that by now. Everybody. It was rough on my mom. It was rough on my mom growing up, going through all of those things. For her to be over 20 years of experience, and then and I'm not trying to sell or denigrate the lady, to come fresh out of college and say, you know what? I believe that she should get that director's position before my mom. It's not fair. Should she fold up like a wallet? No. She got 25 years of experience. She should be given that position. But just because someone else graduated, fresh out of college, of a different hue, and I'm not finna say skin color, but of a different hue, elevated. That's Mississippi. But people don't want to talk about that. They want to say, she's granted the same opportunity as everyone else. People never understand it. Cadillac said he from Arkansas, yeah. That's shoot, and that's definitely in America. But I tried real hard to not even use that as a topic, because there will be a third of the people that will only listen to one of it and say, well, law is buying into it, right? And I'm a conservative American. You know what I'm saying? I'm conservative over here. But law is buying into it. The reason why I don't fault Dak Prescott for fighting for his brother, that's all he got left, man. That's all he got left. All Dez had to do was like, hey, man, I get what you said. He could, if he wanted to hit low blow, he could at least told the cat, hey, man, look, nobody won't even know who you are if it wasn't for Dak. Man, get out of here, man. Scram. You know, that would have been an easy way up out of it. But to go, man, come on, going back and forth, come on, man. TA Cowboy, what's up? Law at my company, they finally over the last 5 years began to diversify with promotion. Yeah, but you know how this talk and this conversation would go. They all both look weak, and that's a strong argument right there. Both look weak in my opinion. Yep, losing focus. Did he delete? Did he delete his account? He must have blocked me. All right, let me see. Let me see if Dez shouldn't. Let me see if he. Tad Prescott said, "I have two phones, and this is not the number for either of them. Nor this is me messaging you. Why would I create that? I woke up and seen this message in my text thread. Quit the cap." He must have took the video down. Yeah, he took it down. Well, it's been already. That's not how it works, Dez. The moment you tweeted that out, it's forever. He took that little post down. They going back and forth, a cat fight. All right, let me see if I can get back to the Cowboys conversation. All right. That's what we're going to do. Because I ain't finna go back and forth with you guys. Jackie says, you say the number? Oh, my gosh, man. Look, it violates all type of... I'm very, very upset at Dez Bryant, man. I'm so upset at him. Disappointed more than anything. Because all you had to do, call him. Have a conversation. Hey, man, dog, hey, bro, meet me up at the Omni, man. Meet me up at the owner's box, man. Meet me at Frisco. You know, we can go meet at the Colony. Matter of fact, let's go out for beers, man, at the local winery or somewhere. You know, let's go somewhere. You know, y'all gonna bump shoulders, y'all rub elbows, and you sit down and you say, okay, hey, I apologize to where I came off at. But what I was saying about Tony Romo is that I think that he can help out this particular team as it relates to Dak Prescott reading defense. No shade at Dak Prescott now. And then Tad Prescott can respond, hey, man, you know, I don't like the way you said that. And then they can talk and go on and on and on about that. But going about it on Twitter, man, come on, man. Because it would never be a right or a wrong person. Never. Everybody want to be right. That's the other thing. Everybody want to be right. Everybody want to be right. Nobody want to be wrong. Dak Prescott not elite. Dak Prescott not elite. So what? He's not elite. Now move on. Oh, he is elite. He is elite. So what? We on the couch. Man, we literally on the couch. Watching other teams play. Regardless of whether or not you believe that he's elite or not. Not to say most of y'all gonna say not. And I get it. But why lose ground? When you throw dirt, you lose ground. We on the couch, right? We on the couch. We on the couch arguing, you know? Let me see if I can pull this up right quick. Oh my gosh. This is what we look like. Let me see if I can find. I knew I should have prepped this show a little bit better. But y'all just bear. Y'all just bear with me on this one. Let me see if I can find this image right quick. Oh my God. You know, what makes me upset is that the people we so shallow mind and They got a quarterback that won 2 playoff games who haven't even thrown a touchdown yet. And I don't even have to say his name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The quarterback didn't even throw a touchdown yet. Threw more interceptions than he did a touchdown. And they 2-0 in the playoffs right now. And we talking about who's elite and who's not. It's a team game. It's no individual. The way the Chiefs played defense last night, that's not even Super Bowl's defense. You're going to have to play a little bit better defense. It's a beautiful game. It's a beautiful game. But it's not Super Bowl defense. You can't just be giving up plays like that left and right. Beautiful game, though, by the way. And regardless, one player don't win it all, right? One player definitely don't win it all. This is what we look like. And I want to know if somebody can find a real answer to this. Let me see if somebody can find a real answer to this. How many logs you see? 3 or 4? This is what we sound like. How many logs you see? 3 or 4? How many? How many logs you see? 3 or 4? Jesse says he see 4. My eyes hurt. How many? Who right? Who wrong? But everybody want to be right. Everybody want to be, hey, law is 4. I promise you, I pray to, it's 4, you know. But the world forces you to have one side. The world forces you to pick Democrat or Republican. The world forces you to take this, I ain't going to say that word, this C-19 antidote or that C-19 antidote. The world, and y'all play the game. This is exactly how y'all arguing. One person saying Dak right, Tad right. The other person saying, oh my God, Dez is right. Dez is right. Everybody want to be right. Nobody want to be wrong. Hakeem says 7. Kurt Warner right? Did y'all see that beautiful breakdown that Kurt Warner did of Aaron Rodgers, by the way? An elite quarterback who struggled against the quarters. Everybody want to be right. Nobody's wrong, by the way. Oh my gosh, man, nobody's wrong. Let's see. Eric says, he said Lack. That's a new name. That's a new nickname. Lack Prescott ain't it. Let's get over it. But you know what? Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Regardless of whether or not he's it or not, he's the quarterback for this team for right now. Ain't nothing we can do about it. If you want to send him off, you don't have a way or an area to send him. That is the reality of it. So either you're going to be miserable and angry and mad at the world because your quarterback can't throw like Josh Allen nor Pat Mahomes, or you're going to look at it and say, even as a realist, if you say I'm the realest person out here, Law, then either you're going to support the guy, put things around him so that he can increase and become better, or you sit back and say, you know what, I'm done with this team. I'm going to start rooting for this team when number 4 is gone. And you can have a stance and say, well, I was a fan of this team before 4 came, right? But that's not how this thing works and operates. You see, Josh Allen, for his first 2 years, he threw for, 52 completion percentage. And they said, you know what? We see some things that he's not improving on, right? As it relates through a course of the year. Let me find ways to put pieces around him so that he can be elevated. Oh, he needs a better wide receiver. Let's get that. Oh, he needs a better training as it relates to philosophy of the offensive coordinator. They worked on that. Now, this brother is throwing 67, 68 completion percentage. He always had the arm. But what people try to do is, instead of figuring out what makes them tick or what makes a player eligible to win, they try to shake down everything and say, man, I want that. But Josh Allen or even Pat Mahomes, they use necessary investments to get those guys. Now, the unicorn or the magical rainbow or whatever you want to say is Tom Brady. But the Tom Brady that you guys saw this past weekend in the last 10 years wasn't the same Tom Brady. That's a product that's been molded and shifted from many of years of great coaching. Charlie Wise and all of those boys help elevate them. But what you want is you want to squeeze Tom Brady out now and say, okay, now we got a finished product. It don't work that way. It don't. All right. And I wish it did. But you got to go and look at the resources on how you won your game. Okay. So many people said, okay, Dak Prescott not elite, not elite. I get it. Okay, of course. But the Cowboys made their bed when they decided to draft, when they had a chance and opportunity to draft early, is that they drafted the running back. And it's not Ezekiel Elliott's fault that he was the 4th overall draft pick in that particular draft, right? Was he the 4th or the 5th? I think he was the 4th, right? It wasn't his fault in 2016. His element of being on his team was to elevate and help Tony Romo, right? Good running game, ground and pound. This is going to be a run-first team. This is going to be a team that kills you off of what? Play actions. Oh, hit the receiver down the field, X-dominant receiver type of situation. I made this argument before. In 2014, they realized they found a recipe. Dog, if only DeMarco Murray stopped fumbling the ball, right? Because remember, he had a hell of a year that year, but he kept fumbling the ball. If only DeMarco Murray don't fumble the ball, right? And we keep everything short and neat for our quarterback, we can go way far. And he was winning games, right? Can somebody put down our 2014 record, by the way, and how many times that our mighty quarterback, Tony Romo, threw for more than 300 yards? That wasn't our recipe for winning, by the way, of throwing 45 to 50 times. It wasn't. But a balanced approach with this massive offensive line. But some way between that year until now, we changed to a pass-happy team without the finesse of the pass-happy blocks up front as it relates to the front five. Teams realized and said, you know what? I don't care if Ezekiel Elliott is a $110 million running back. Well, he's a $90 million running back. We don't care about him. We care about that air attack by Dak Prescott. And that's, excuse me, Cowboy Nation, that's not me ponying up to Dak Prescott, but these are the reality. Teams are not loading the box anymore and saying we're going to stop the run. Y'all ain't feeling me. All right, Noble says, what's good? Appreciate you for your donation there. I really do appreciate you for your donation to help elevate the nation here. Appreciate you. Up wrong side. Let me pull it up over here on this side. Appreciate you so much for that. It says, my keyboard broke. Hey, fam, great content, Law. It's true, Law. We always gonna be arguing about this and that. Let's just be positive. Let's stay positive. DCB for life, period. Let me see. Dallas Cowboys, baby for life. Appreciate you, Nobles. Appreciate you. Oh, my God. Shout out to my homie Carl. Appreciate you with the K. Romo was under Purcell's. Let me say this about Tony Romo. And y'all can call me Tony Romo apologist too, because y'all give me the Dak Prescott apologist. Y'all give me that left and right. And I'm going to stand firm to this, and I'll go to my grave. You can put a blue star over my foot is right. You can put a blue star over my tombstone and say, here lies, Law Nation, the Tony Romo / Dak Prescott apologist. You know, you can put that in 3 inch. Well, no, more than 3 inches, because my tombstone, I want it to be big. I want my tombstone to be big. Make sure you put a star on it. If not, I'm going to climb up out of the grave. I'm going to say this. If the Cowboys, and this is a big if the Cowboys were to figure out a way to have Bill Parcells for the length of time we had Jason Garrett, Tony Romo would have won him a Super Bowl. Probably multiple. But I'm a Tony Romo apologist now. Zombie, yeah, money out of the Angus. If they don't put that blue, I'm requesting right now. So if you don't put the blue star on my tombstone, I'm coming up out of there. Don't cremate me. I need to be able to get back up and walk out. Oh my gosh, man. Shout out to you. Joe Burrows is also elite. This is from Jared Thomas. I like Joe Burrows. I think that he got an unbelievable mind, arm, talent. Not the strongest arm in life, by the way, but arm talent as it relates to those soft, subtle passes, missiling of the ball in between the defenders and things like that. Cerebral approach for it for his young age. But one thing that you guys got to calculate on all of these games, every last one of them, you need, baby, a kicker, believe it or not. Oh, my gosh, you need a kicker. You do. That beautiful game that we saw just yesterday, it wouldn't go into overtime if the kicker don't make his kicks. Man, you need you a kicker. And even Joe should know. He's good. He's beautiful as it relates to the throwing that ball and putting the cigar up in the air. But we would not have this conversation if the kicker can't make kicks. Smooth Mix says, Mahomes is really the only elite quarterback. Well, I ain't gonna finna go back and forth with that. Recency bias, yeah, Nick. So the quick statement and the quick argument would be, do Super Bowls make you elite? Or do your prisoner of the moments make you elite? Or it doesn't matter how you win the playoff game make you elite? Because at this situation and scenario, it's quite strange that only right now who's not considered elite is Jimmy Garoppolo. He's the last of the guys who's not elite that's going into this situation, right? Because if you're already granting Joe Burrows in his second year as being elite, right? And I get it. Arm talent, unbelievable. The coaching, the way they scheme things up for him, and Jamar Chase, that relationship, it goes a long way, not a short way, right? And then we can look at the other side, Matthew Stafford, who's been playing for 13 years, right? 12 or 13 years, who's now knocking at the door of winning his first ever third playoff game, right? Versus a team that I believe gave all type of fits to him. Think about it. They almost gave up the ghost. He's not elite. They almost gave up the ghost this past game, right? The LA Rams almost gave up the ghost this past game. They almost. And then Matthew Stafford, all of the praises, everything that people gave him, would have only had one playoff win, right? But what happened is that somehow, one way or another, the team was able to balance back and get out of it. But they almost gave up the ghost and allowed Tom Brady to come back and win the game. But I come here to tell all of y'all beautiful people, if you watch the game of the LA Rams versus the 49ers the first time, the last game of the season, what have you, for them to win and get in, because, you know, if they wouldn't have won, if the same guy, Stafford, didn't underthrow 2 balls that was picked off, and Jimmy Garoppolo, with I think it was a minute and 26 seconds left on the clock, put up 198 yards to defeat the LA Rams. The whole complexity of the playoff would have been different if the Rams would have took care of business like they supposed to in the regular season, right? That's crazy. But he gave up the ghost then because the 49ers had to come and claw all the way back to win that game. Chef Mac, appreciate you. I just want all of the Romo and Dak needs to stop. I don't care who is better. Support your quarterback, which is Dak. Romo had his time, and he is retired. But people would never understand that concept. It's not, look, when you defend your quarterback, it's not that you become an apologist of your quarterback, because you're defending your team. You want your team to be successful. But at this point, if this is what you got, you crying and complaining about it, it's not going to help. It's not going to help. I would use an analogy, but so many people, shout out to TJ Lombardi, appreciate you. I want to take it there. Tell the kids to go away for a quick second. I got to use this analogy because the females normally don't complain. You know, they normally don't complain. I don't really see too many females complaining over here in the chat. Nor y'all want me to keep it funky with y'all. Y'all want me to keep it funky. Y'all want me to. Yeah. This might be too low blow. You know what I'm saying? It may be too straight. It may be too straight. Do y'all want me to tell y'all the truth or y'all don't want me to? You know what I'm saying? Oh, my God. Let me see. I'm going to let y'all. I'm going to go for it, bro. It's a Florida day. Stay 100. I need one more person to agree. TA Cowboys said, go ahead. We'll go for it. You know, when I use the public restrooms, the stalls, and I walk in, I don't look left or right to look at the other people's urinals. I know what I got. I'm secure with mine. Some of y'all go into the restroom. Y'all looking. Look at that Josh Allen. Look at that. Woo! You seen what Mahomes got? Oh, my goodness. Some of y'all are so insecure with everything. Just be happy with what you got. You know what I'm saying? And work with that. I walk in and, you know.
Oh, no.
Hey. I know some of y'all can't even hold it good because you're so worried about looking at the other man's stuff that you miss your target. I'm walking that thing. Just pay attention, stay focused. Hit your target, Cowboy Nation. Stop worrying about what other people got. Man, y'all see the Aaron Rodgers, man. Oh, my goodness. What about Tom Brady? Woo! They both on the couch, holding theirs, and you sitting there looking, worrying about too many things but your own. Walk in that thing boldly. And you know when you're good, you don't have to ask her, is this the best you ever had, by the way? You know by her reactions. I cook you breakfast in bed. Some of y'all worried about the wrong thing too long. Oh my goodness, man! You don't have to ask that. You don't have to ask certain questions, right? You know what goes on. I just had to tell the people that on the real end, because so many people are worried about so many other things. So many people are worried about so many things that don't have to do nothing with the scheme, the philosophy on how you win the game. The name of the game is how I can become successful on the field. I'm reeling it back in for those who say, hey, man, stick to sports law. We don't need no more analogies. No more analogies. Come on, man. Well, the kids shouldn't be able to dissect that quick. You know what I'm saying? Play good defense. Run the rock on the outside. Get somebody that can play a sound. Look, as good as I'll sit back there watching, Kansas City Chiefs versus, hear me out, the Buffalo Bills, I said, man, Bills defense pretty good. My Cowboys defense held that Kansas City Chiefs offense to 0 touchdowns by not Tom Brady, but Pat Mahomes. Mr. Wright Antoine Myers says Dez kept it 100. Tad always talking reckless, but Dez the right one. People mad about the team still in the playoffs and we at home. Dak is cool. He just never, but he's cool, but he just not for everyone. Just like any player in the league. Use what we got. Mr. Wright, this is what I got for Dez Bryant. He kept it 100 with Dak Prescott. I get that. I absolutely, I agree. Bring in a player who played before, come have a sit down, have a conversation, cup of coffee, on the way Dak Prescott need to improve on, right? And I ain't going to hit him with the, hey, he should have text Dak Prescott that information and text Tony Romo the information. I get it. We live in the time frame now that we like to put things out there. My only problem with Dez Bryant was his response to Tad Prescott. Now, granted, he can be in his feelings talking about, hey, man, he called me a clown. He been talking about me or what have you. But Dez at this point, and I ain't trying to tell this man, he might grew up in the hood. He might grew up off the streets. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Lubbock, Texas got those gangs out there that everybody got to watch out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the level of gang. That's all I'm on, gang. You know, I don't know what type of level of gang stuff that Dez Bryant been in. But dog it, all he had to do was to reach out to the brother and say, hey, man, you keep your name out of my mouth. He could do the reverse. He could just call him up. But for Dez Bryant to take it the way he did by doxing, that was the violation. That's the only thing that I'm mad at Dez Bryant about, believe it or not. I'm mad that he gave the man number out. And he screenshot what the man said. We don't do that around here. That's all I'm saying. Appreciate the donation, though. Lufkin, Texas. They got some real gangs out there. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is then, you know. Texas board trade for Watson, yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all this thing, though. I think Prescott's family, they from Louisiana. Louisiana, you know, they ain't gonna never give. They gonna continue to go on and on and on and on and on and on. Yep, I feel you, but don't owe Tad no type of love. I guess he could be done. He could have done it a different way. Yeah, Mr. Wright, Antoine, yeah. And shout out to you, Dro, the Gooner. It's a way to do everything. Now, let me see if I can go right here, because this ain't going to end real, you know what I'm saying? This ain't going to end well. It's just depending on what type of personality Tad Prescott is now. And like I say, you can put all the football stuff aside. But that man, look, man, this dude might be still grieving his brother, man. You know how that go. Let me see if I can find.
Dez kept it 100, man. Tad always talking reckless but does the right one. People mad about the team still in the playoffs and we home. Doc is cool, he just not for everyone, just like any player in the league. Use what we got.
Yup. He said that was a great game. I'm trying to find out where he put it at. I'm looking for it, Cowboy Nation. Let me see if I can find it. Can I go da-da-da-da? Whoever wins, toss, da-da-da. I'm almost there. Okay. This was the situation. He put at Dez, the same guy who smiled and hugged me while talking S about Romo and Witten and those he called Romo boys. Now you turn on Dak and myself to think I truly used to respect this man. Now, from Dez, he probably read this. Hey, man, he probably pulled up his phone and said, you know what? Oh, he responded? He said this about me? Let me go ahead and check this man. And then he put at Dez, what did I say was false? How many games did you and Romo win together? I saw your message where you asked, and I let the fans fool me. But then you addressed me directly after I hadn't said S about blah, blah, blah. I'm not here for beef, but you are a clown. So when he said you are a clown, that really infuriated him, right? So then, I guess in between those two tweets right there, he get the text message that reads, "Hey man, my brother and I will appreciate if you just keep his name and my name out of your social media rants. We appreciate you for caring, but please stop talking about my brother and offering suggestions." You know what I'm saying? So and then he goes on a little bit further and says, "This is why the Dallas cut you and probably want you to stop ranting about us brothers," you know. So when you look into all of that, I don't recall what Dez Bryant ranted, right? I don't see what Dez Bryant ranted. Dez Bryant only said, I'm just trying to keep it 100 with y'all. He only said that in his previous conversation, if you look at the timeline, he only said this right here, that I feel like Dak Prescott need to reach out to Tony Romo and they can go over reading defense together. Now, I don't think that come off as it relates to ranting. It could be an unpopular suggestion. It could be an unpopular opinion. But name calling each other clowns and all that stuff, you could have been hushed that out. Call the playmaker. Call somebody to come over here and say, all right, cool. Let's sort this thing out. Because what I can internalize or what I can actually contextualize too with what Tad, because he did come out and say, hey, he didn't text that. That's not even his phone number. He did come out and say, hey, dog, that's not even my phone number. I don't know where you got that from. That's not even me. There could be somebody that's a close friend of Dak Prescott, what have you. But Tad said, hey, that's not even my number, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let me go back to this. It's right here. He says somewhere. I don't even have it anymore. They must have took it down. But he did say somewhere that wasn't even his number. I think he responded to Dez Bryant somehow, one way or another. Let me see. We can go back here. All right, he says, it's somewhere right around here. Shoot, I saw it earlier. I know I screenshotted it. He said it wasn't his number, but neither here nor there. If they knew each other, then, of course, that do make sense. If they knew each other and if they already had each other's number, then it would at least be saved in the phone number as XYZ, whatever it may be. Bear24 says, I would rather have Dak Prescott talk to Troy Aikman. Yeah, I feel you on that. East Camden said, catch me outside. Can Tad play defensive tackle? We need one of those. This is from Sam. Jordan Davis, baby. Dez probably was defending Cooper. Yeah, I feel you on that. Dro says Dez Bryant was an overrated crybaby. I got this right here. Y'all bear with me right quick. I got this right here. And if I go here, and I go there, and if I go here, just bear with me one quick. Let me see if I can find cat. So it won't be nothing that's, here we go right here. Did he delete it? Boy, y'all be taking y'all tweets down, man. I can't even find it, but I find it this way. It's one way or another, baby. All right, it's one way or another. 2:33 where I'm at right now. Hold on. I got a couple more seconds here. Here we go. Get out of here. There we go. Y'all bear with me. Y'all read that right quick while I pull this one up right quick. Appreciate y'all for jumping in and tuning in to the nation. It says right here, Dez was with Romo for 4 years. Never had back-to-back winning seasons. One playoff win. In 2010, 6-10. 2011, 8-8, 2012, 8-8, 2013, 8-8, in 2014, 12-4, won a playoff game, and then in 2015, 4-12, Romo got injured. Dez played 30 games with Dak Prescott and had back-to-back winning seasons, 0 playoff wins, and he put 13-3 in 2016, in 2017, 9-7. Now, let's break this part down, and I know I'm gonna have to change the titling up because I'm supposed to go over grades and everything. And I'm not finna call this a straw man's argument, but I can say this: I would have loved to see this team go through all of this particular seasonings, like you put on chicken or what have you, without the coach, Jason Garrett. I'm not trying to sully or denigrate Jason Garrett. I think that he's a wonderful person, right? But I'm going to go to my grave once again, and I will tell you guys, if Parcells was coaching this team, man, oh my gosh, man, a whole lot of things would change. Even if Andy Reid was coaching this team with Tony Romo, a lot of things can happen. But what people fail to realize is that, yes, Tony Romo suffered some injuries. And yes, this team, we ain't finna go talk about this team didn't have talent or what have you. We had plenty of talent in there. Plenty of talent. So that's the only reason why I have to tell you guys, through all of those years, we were still, look, we were going back and forth talking about these are the things that coaching need to work on. These are the things that coaching need to improve on. These are the things that coaching got to get right. We was talking about year 6 or 7 in with Jason Garrett. We still talking about clock management. Bray B says Dez caught it. Yeah, I feel you on that. That's a sorry record, Law. Yeah. Look, 6-10, 8-8, 8-8, 8-8. And I believe, was it 2011, 2012, 2013, all 3 of those games were win and you in, right? Were all three of those games from 2011, 12, 13, and 14, were all of those, well, 14 we made it in, but were all of those games when you win it, you in it, right? And we talk about coaching malpractice all the time. Let me know. Let me know if I'm wrong. All three of those games. All three of them, baby. And I think, I literally think that in 2011, if my memory served me correct, and I could be wrong, I flat out could be wrong, but in 2011, it was the you beat the Giants, you in. And I think 2012, if you beat the Washington football team, you in, right? And I think in 2013, if you beat the Eagles, you in, or something like that. It was like literally all three divisional foes, right? Y'all let me know. And I don't have time to look into all of the records and stuff. But look how far we came. It's just now that it's already given that we're gonna beat our guys. You know what I'm saying? As it relates to our divisional foes. And some of the people just fail to realize. Let me see if I hope you guys can see it all. Some people say they can't see it all. Here we go. I moved it up just a little bit. And shout out to my guy, Dre Jackson, man. Appreciate him, man. Appreciate my guy. Romo and Dez had good chemistry. This is from East Camden. There's no lie that Romo and Dez had good chemistry. But what happened in Dak Prescott's entire career, he had only one losing season. And that's because he was injured. Unless you take the 8-8, you count that as a losing season. So, and that's why I say those 8-8, 8-8, 8-8 clearly could have been 9-7s, 9-7, 9-7. Reddy Red says, y'all blaming the wrong people. Jerry and Steven fault. Shoo, when I say that, I get in trouble. I think I said that before. My guy, who I admire, and y'all know, I love some defense. But let me see if I can pull this up right quick. And I literally got doggone crucified. They say, man, they're calling me clown. I ain't going to screenshot your name, those who tweeted me and text me or what have you. It's difficult to read, but I'm going to try to squeeze it out. I hope you guys can zoom in. And it says, #Cowboys. This is from Darren Woodson. 26 years without an NFC championship game appearance. Darren Woodson. Everyone wants to say that it's Jerry Jones' fault, and it's not. And I'm not a firm believer of that. I think Jerry put together some good players, some good football teams. I mean, at some point, players have to go win the game. He said at some point, players got to go win the game. And I agree. Players do got to go win the game. Let's see. He said players got to win the game. Here we go. We're back. Who agree with Darren Woodson? And who disagree with Darren Woodson? I need to see this on wax right now. Smooth Mix says he agreed with Darren Woodson. 100% truth in all execution. This is from Mickey Cox. DeAndre says he agree. Each captain said he disagree. Mickey Cox said he agree. Legendary says he agree. So everybody agree that it's not Jerry Jones' fault, nor John Stephen Jones' fault, that it's the players' fault, that the reason why the Cowboys been 26 years without going to the NFC Conference Championship game. Fred G said he disagree. O-line played, not the team. This is from, okay. Bull spit, I feel you on that, Sean. Okay, garbage, I disagree. So, at some point, he said the players got to execute. At some point, the players got to play. At some point, the players got to do their job and their responsibility, right? This is regardless of what Dez Bryant tweeted to Dak Prescott or Tad Prescott or what have you, going back and forth with each other. Because if my math is correct, when I look at this, did Tony Romo play for 26 years for the Cowboys? Just give me a simple yes or no. DeMarcus Ware, did he play 26 years for the Cowboys? Let me get a simple yes or no. And on top of that, did Dak Prescott play for 26 years for the Dallas Cowboys? Did Ezekiel Elliott play for 26 years for the Cowboys? And that was my stance on this. Let me see if I can't, I might have to. Let me see if I can blow this up somehow. Let me see if I can blow this up. I'm gonna figure it out one way or another. I might freeze. Yeah. I might freeze for a second. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I see right here. And yeah. No, y'all don't be see that too blurry. Yeah. Y'all see at the top on the far right-hand corner, Jerry Jones. And I'm not saying that Jerry Jones is the issue of everything. But sometimes you got to sit back and allow the people that you employ do their job. That's all I'm saying when I say this, when I say these things. That's all I'm saying. So I gave the analogy. Jerry's not going to fire himself, right? And that's the whole point of being a fan of the Cowboys. We don't have no control of the outcome, right? But here's what I got to say. And we all love Jerry Jones. It would not be a dry eye in the building. And when when the Lord call him to come on home, it won't be a dry eye in the building. But I have to say this. Speaking of buildings, when you drive by a home and you see that beautiful paint on the building structure, you see new you go in, you see new furniture, and you see all of the amenities that was added to that particular home. But if the foundation is bad, the toilets won't flush, the cabinets will not close, and the door will always screech, and it will open up wide. What I'm trying to say is, just because you see that house that's on the block with the fresh paint, which are the players, the new furniture could be represented as the coaching staff or what have you, it's still got a poor foundation. And the foundation for 26 years been poor. That's just the reality of it. And the owner continued to put fresh paint on it, bring in new furniture, buy new drapes, and everybody said, man, that's a pretty house. It's a beautiful house. But if the foundation is bad, then the things that's inside will not work properly. You're going to have to do an overhaul of your philosophy and say to yourself, do people admire this house because of the beauty of the house? Or do they want to admire the house because of the functionality? Because the known constants, and I'm not saying, and look, trust me, I'm not saying that everything that Jerry Jones is doing is bad and poor. Because we can literally say,
I appreciate you showing love commenting on my channel. I believe we have a solid 3 years window. We're so young, and if Rodgers goes, the number 1 seed should be ours next season. We should improve 2022.
No doubt, man. Cowboy Sport Report. Man, I appreciate you for that one. And then I think I missed one. Illmatic, appreciate you. Darren Woodson is wrong. It's jot the players. It's the job the players, honestly. It's the babysitting culture created by the Jones befriending the players. They didn't respect the coaches. I'm thinking. You know, I look at it just like this. Woodson, I'm not going to say he's 1,000,000% wrong. And I'm not backpedaling. No, I'm not doing that. But what I'm going to say here, listen very closely. A player got percentage of the blame, but majority of the blame got to be on the owners, the general manager that empowers the coaching staff and the coaching staff that oversee the players. Because I'm quite sure if anything broken and a bill come through, Jerry got to pay it, right? And he the one that got to gut out the foundation to uproot another one. And if you want to use another analogy, if I go buy a Lambo or a Ferrari or a Tesla, which are all luxury sports cars, and I hand the keys over to my daughter, yes, the car is designed and built to be luxury, a lot of horsepower. My daughter is 5 years of age. She wouldn't know what to do with it. And what the Cowboys' problem is we have this beautiful sports car, got all of the bells and whistles, and then when we pull up this image right here, we got a coach that's hitting the walls when he's driving, nicking it, don't know how to utilize the GPS. We trying to tell him, hey, come meet me at the Colony. Which way are you going to go, man? Hey, man, you way down there and see the hill? Come on, man. We told you 10 hours ago to come meet me at the Colony. Oh, man, I got stuck on 67. Why? Because they did some remapping of the road, and without my GPS, I can't get there. Man, you driving a Lambo, bro. Come on up. You say what I'm saying, Cowboy Nation? If you're not an experienced driver, no matter what kind of car it is, and everybody have a reason, but results are what matter. Those years of 6-10, 8-8, 8-8, 8-8, we had to go through that. I believe at the start of every year, we was high for optimism. We were ready to say, hey, with this team, we got Tony Romo, we got Dez Bryant. Oh my goodness, we don't need Roy Williams anymore. He was talking about, wait till this team, wait till this team really flourish, right? And then we fast forward to this modern day time now, present day. Got the car, shiny new car, the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. Can't nobody hold us down. Can't nobody stop us. We going, we undefeated. And the moment They took the GPS away from Kellen Moore. Come meet me on 45, man. I'm on 45. How you get there, man? I'm stuck downtown. Use your GPS. I lost it. Don't matter what the car look like. If you don't have a coach of philosophy and a scheme put in place, don't matter, baby. Like I said earlier, earlier in the stream, I said earlier that at the end of the day, coaching matter. We witnessed a quarterback to win 2 playoff games without even throwing a touchdown. Without even throwing a touchdown. But we got the new car, though. It smelled good, don't it? When we bought those CDs, boy, those CDs was hitting. It was banging, wasn't it, baby? Oh, man, we got the spoiler kit, got lifts on it and everything, man, when we got that Parsons. Man, that Parsons go hard, baby. Oh, man, the Diggs. Oh, my goodness. That Diggs, baby. Woo! That's the sunroof that let back. Boy, we riding and profiling. Hey, Mike, you gonna drive? Nah, I'm good. Mike, you need to drive. No, I'm unsullied over here. I'm gonna let the young kid, he's only been driving for 3 years, but trust me, man, can't nobody flip that whip like him. Kelly boy, come on, baby, you know. Woo! Which analogy y'all like better, you know? Do y'all like the car analogy or the foundation analogy? Oh, my gosh. You know, I drove the playoff, but hey, wait a minute now. But, you know, if you ever watch, well, you do sound like defensively, the car looked good, you know. Offensively, man, got a flat tire, put a spare on it, man. Hey, man, these supposed to be run flats. Hey, but you still got to change them out. Boy, we styling and profiling, man. Put the shades on the quarterback while he put the shades on the quarterback while he's sitting on the passenger seat, and let Ezekiel Elliott sit next to him, you know. But you got Kelly Moore calling the plays. Coaching matter. Oh man, some people like the foundation. Yeah, man, you drive by. Ooh, that house is beautiful. Look at that house, baby. Ooh, look at the shutters. Look at the door. It got a beautiful entranceway. Oh, it got a new roof. Oh man, that house look good. What's that crack on the side of it though? The owner like, nah, don't worry about that crack right there. Nothing wrong with it. I don't like your attitude. Get out of here. Oh no! Let me go. Can I do a tour of the house? No, not today. Why? As I said so. It's a private sale. Then you finally get there. Woo! You guys got some beautiful furniture. Yeah. Nice. May I use the restroom? No. Why? It's forbidden. Why that cabinet door opening up all of a sudden by itself when I walk around? Why I hear cracks as I walk? Can I hire my own guy to survey the land and make sure everything is okay with the house? Can I get my own appraiser? No. Wait a minute now. I'm supposed to be able to appraise this house No. I'm the appraiser. I'm the owner, the operator, and GM of everything, you know? Oh, man, we need our old defensive line coach back. That's our main issue. Having proven to fix our line, and we let him walk. Oh, offensive line. Okay, I can't read today, man. Oh, offensive line. Charge it to my head, not my heart. I'm still mad at something, I believe. Yeah, we do need Bill Callahan back. Terrence Short says, bring in the inspector. No, I inspected. Can we end the Connor Williams experiment? No! I handpicked that vase. That vase gonna stay in that corner because it just brings out such a beautiful image for this room of the house. Oh my gosh, man. Y'all gonna hate me, man. Oh my gosh, man. Why you dogging out Connor Williams? No. All right. I try to open up the phone line. My phone line is not working for some reason. I've been clicking on this button because I wanted to get y'all opinions of everything, but it's going on 3 o'clock, and I got to roll anyway. But I really appreciate you guys. Shout out to everybody that watched this content. Shout out to those who sharing. Sharing is caring. If you feel butthurt about anything I said, man, just take it like water on a duck's back, you know. I got thick skin, by the way, but I really want you guys to understand. Charge it to my head, not my heart. I really, at the end of the day, I will fight tooth and nail for this team. I will go back and forward about any of the other 31 other teams out there and say my team can beat you. You know what I'm saying? I literally think that my team can win every game. I do. But we have to put the right tools in place, right? And for Dak Prescott, I know a lot is on that man's mind. And I know look, whether or not if Tad Prescott really texted that to Dez Bryant and then also double backed and went on Twitter, which I doubted. If he did say those things to Dez Bryant, somebody need to drop a phone call and they need to get it. They don't have to do it publicly. They don't have to do it in public. They just have to literally sit down, have a heart-to-heart, and say, hey, man, this is what you feel about my quarterback, and this is how I feel about, you. And then they go back and forth with brothers. But I'm going to tell y'all, man, for those, y'all leaving before the benediction, but that's okay. That's playing. Mud. And this is what old folks say this all the time. Write this down. Write this down, Cowboy Nation. Mud is easier to get off when it's dry. Why do old folks say that? Because it come off in big pieces. It gets messy when it's wet. And what you guys are seeing right now is muddy. Muddy's the water, as they say. Old folks say that too. But mud is easier to get off when it's dry. And we are all, collectively speaking, are in the feelings of the moment of not making it beyond the first game of the playoffs, right? A lot of people are in their feelings. A lot of people are angry and upset. They can't turn on ESPN. They can't turn on Fox. And it's just what it is. A lot of people can't go out there and smell the fresh air. A lot of people done lost their jobs. Some people are sick right now and shut out. And the only thing that got them moving was to at least see their Cowboys play. Back when I was growing up, I just wanted to see my Cowboys play. I really didn't care who was out there, right? That's how much I love the team. I just wanted to see my team play. I used to literally be in tears when they announced that it will be broadcasting now the Atlanta Falcons and the Saints on Sunday instead of my Cowboys. And I'm from Mississippi. And there was no direct TV. There was nobody house you can go over and watch the Cowboys. So I used to be angry. But the way society works now, you can watch your team literally play on Twitter. You can go on some private backdoor website and watch your team play. It was never an individual game for me. But now all of a sudden, it's an individual game. It's a padded stack game that Dez is right. Dez is not right. Amari is right. Amari is not right. Amari is elite. You know what hurts me more than anything, Cowboy Nation? When I literally see Cowboy fans rooting for another player in another uniform. Because I know that's what Fantasy Football League introduced to the game, right? People are literally looking at other players and say, all right, man, if. And I'll never forget, I like Tim Brown when he played for the Raiders. But that's the only capacity that I like him at. I didn't like him with the ideal of Tim Brown and Dez Bryant on the same team. I mean, not Dez Bryant, but my God, see, Dez Bryant is in my head. Shout out to Dez Bryant. Him and Michael Irvin on the same team. I like the fact that, hey, I can go to a Raiders fans back in those days and say, hey, man, my wide receiver better. But then somebody hit me up with, hey, well, for the Bills, my Andre Reed is better, and we'll see about it. But what's happening now is that people want these super teams, right? People want it. Look, as much as people will say this about, as much as people will say this about Dak Prescott versus a Pat Mahomes, there's nobody banging on the table talking about, hey, Dalton Schultz, man, shoot, he ain't no Travis Kelce, right? It's already given. He's not Travis Kelce. And that deep drag across the middle, as much, come on, Cowboy Nation, as we saw the cheetah do this, the last time we had a guy that can do that was Bullet Bob, Bullet Bob, for the Cowboys. As much as I like Cedric Wilson would never be able to catch that ball across the middle like that. And to run and capture that edge, do like this. But it's not the time or the place for me to say, man, Cedric Wilson is trash, Law. You know what I'm saying? Law, hey, everybody, Cedric Wilson is trash because he can't do what Tyreek Hill did, Tyreek Hill is good for his team. The other kid, Gabriel, whatever his name is, he's quick, he's fast, he's good for the Bills. Yeah, Rocket Ishmael, but he wouldn't know Tyreek. He wouldn't know Tyreek Hill. And then he wasn't homegrown, by the way. But shout out to Rocket. Talked to him for briefly 4 or 5 weeks ago. Shout out to him. Shout out to Rocket. Him and his brother. Twins. Choctaw says, my favorite player of all time is Barry Sanders and Ray Lewis, right? But one thing I would respect out of you, Choctaw, you would never, I could be wrong, but you never had the say-so to say, hey, Barry Sanders, man, is a whole lot better than Emmett. Man, I cut my right leg off, man, to have Barry Sanders behind this offensive line versus Emmett Smith. We didn't talk like that back in the days. We were like, shoot, Emmett's better. Why? Because I'm a Cowboy fan. I like Emmett. Watch what Emmett do when playoff time comes, You're right. Choctaw say, I'd never say that, right? Never say, well, I guess during the time Ray Lewis was playing, well, who we had, Dak Wynn? Who all we had when Ray Lewis? Ray Lewis played for a good bit of time. Yeah, with a Dexter Coakley and all of those boys, right? Right. Put it like this. It just wasn't social media. And it wasn't all of the Twitter, the Instagram, and Facebook. But what you guys saw out of the Buffalo Bills, they used to always be like that, believe it or not. Zach Thomas, shout out to Zach Thomas. I think he was a Miami. He played for the Miami first, though, right? Brady James and all those boys. But, yeah, I feel what you're saying. But that's always been the Buffalo Bills. Jim Kelly used to always throw that thing around the field. Now, I do know it's a different era. Thurman Thomas used to always run nasty with it. Andre Reed, shoo. And Don, y'all remember Don Beebe, Andre Reed and all of those boys? They used to always, Bruce Smith, who remember that team, the Buffalo Bills? They used to always be good. But diehard Cowboy fan, we didn't shake that thing. We didn't say, all right, man, look at the Bills, man, look what they doing. Look what Jim Kelly doing over there, man. I wish we didn't say, dang, man, because it took a minute for my guy Troy to win one, right? He just to win in 89. It wasn't like Troy Aikman won the Super Bowl in 89 and 90. But there wasn't Cowboy fans out there saying, man, if we had Jim Kelly, baby. Oh, my God, if we had John Elway, man. Oh, woo. If we had Thurman Thomas, man, Emmett good and all, but, man, that Thurman Thomas, baby, you know. These new fan base different, though, man. Everybody want to jump ship. Everybody. Yo. Look, I got chewed out. And I won't say this before I go for real. I love y'all, man. That's why I keep going. You know. And shout out to everybody on my Facebook, man. Thank y'all for the stars. And thank y'all for sharing. I got Chris Loden. Appreciate you. I'm gonna reach out to Stream Elements and see why they don't give shots out, because I don't get no notification when y'all do the stars. But shout out to you, Chris Loden. Appreciate you for the 330 stars, and I'm gonna just read out, and then appreciate you for the 200 stars, Chris, and appreciate you, Darnell. Appreciate you for the stars. If I left out anybody, man, my God. Lamont McNair says, appreciate you for the stars. He sent me 830 stars. And for the people in my YouTube world, they like, hey, what in the world is our stars, man? Well, Facebook got a unique system where for your support for the nation, you can donate stars, you know, and people donate stars. So I don't know what the equivalency of stars are, but I just know it helped the fund, and I really appreciate you guys. I tell people all the time, you don't have to give. I'm not out here for, hey, let me just collect the money and just run. I promise you guys, every dollar that you send in, you're going to see some improvement, whether it be camera quality, whether it be a haircut, whether it be me flying out to Oxnard and getting some good details and stuff like that. To maintain the equipment and stuff that I got, man, and stuff. I wish it was easy, right? But I want to improve in so many fashions. I know that it's a big footprint. This is just me side talking right now, because I got high-end production people from CBS or HBO and all of those big boys reaching out to me to ask, hey, man, how did you do this? Literally, how did you put the comments up here like that? You know what I'm saying? So I know that it's the little things that I do makes it go a long way, you know. And I don't have the high-end production. I got bootleg camera, bootleg lighting source right here that I have overhead. You know, we just getting it out of the mud the right way, baby. So I just appreciate everybody, man, as far as your donations and everything. I'm going to always be a diehard Cowboy fan. And for those who are out here thinking, hey, you know, he just a homer. I wake up real early to do my day job stuff, right? It's a career actually, but I just call my career a job because I love this. I wake up super early. It's a lot of things that go behind the scene that you guys would never see. Like for me to even get this content out, and to talk to you guys for 2-3 hours, you know what I'm saying? When I could have just did a 10-minute video, ranted, and then got up out of here and did something else. But I'm here for the love of the people, right? Out the mud, yeah, ain't the right peasy? So I appreciate y'all, man. That is J State. Yeah, shout out to Jackson State, man, D Jackson State. So it's not a homer. It's just I support my team, regardless of who the quarterback is. If you go back and watch the video of when Cooper Rush got a chance to play, I'm sitting here supporting Cooper Rush. It's not about and this is what another thing. Earlier in the show, I know a lot of people think, oh, man, here go another black guy that's going to talk about black versus white. It's not about that. Not about that. I got people literally. When I go out to Oxnard, ain't that many Tyrones and Keishas out there in Oxnard. When I go out there, it's more of the people of the fair complexion, that reach out to me and say, hey, man, I watch all of your content, man. You're amazing, man. You elevated me to do this, or you inspired me to do that. I get a lot of love from every spectrum of people. So it's not about the color or the colorism or anything like that. So don't think it's like that. And it's not about me dogging Mississippi. I love Mississippi. The good, the bad, and the ugly, you know. I love Mississippi. I would love to show you guys some of the things that I've seen in Mississippi. And me being even a door-to-door, I used to do the time. You know, have you ever seen, I'll never forget, I was the
Thanks
first.
for all you do, Law.
Appreciate you, Just Training. Oh, my God. That goes a long way, man. Oh, my God. Let me tell you a true story. Oh, my God. Appreciate you. Let me give you one of these right here, man. Oh, no, not that one. I see, I messed up over here. I'm gonna play that one. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. But I'm gonna hit shame on myself for that. Hit the wrong button.
Shame.
Yo.
Shame.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Shame.
I used to be a door-to-door. When I got out of Jackson State, I was looking for a job, and I couldn't find one. You know, you got out of Jackson State, you know, graduate, top of class, you know, business administration, econ. I'm thinking I was going to make 6 figures coming out of the door, but I couldn't find a job. So what I did was I found a job with Pitney Bowes. Pitney Bowes is a beautiful company. They merged with Osei USA or something like that. And I was the first brother to work that job, the first black man to be an account representative for you know what I'm saying? But neither here nor there. We controlled the whole state of Mississippi. I literally had to go to door, knocking on every door in the territory. There's 82 counties in the state of Mississippi. And they gave me the county where, let me just name the city, Verdon, Mississippi. Have you ever heard of Verdon, Mississippi, from those people that's from that area? Oh, my gosh. It had to be the worst place for a brother to walk around in a 3-piece suit and to knock on doors. You know what I'm saying? You know, I had to knock on every door, and I looked just like the dude from Pursuit of Happiness. I'll never forget. It was hot, it was sweaty, and it was bubbly out there. I said, oh, my goodness, if I could find another job. Every floor, every door, and I was knocking on a few doors, and I literally had a shotgun to my head, and they were saying, hello, this is Law. I'm calling. I'm coming in to you guys from Pitney Bowes. Pitney Bowes, formerly known as Pitney Bowes, now it's Osei. And I want to talk to you about your carbon footprint. You know, printer fax copier machines. This can help your company out and help out your bottom line. Do you have somebody to manage that account? Hello. And then they heard, what the hell, tarnation? You got to get out of here. We don't like you people knocking on the doors. You ain't no Jehovah's Witness. And what are you doing? I said, hey, sir, look, man, I don't mean any harm. Here's my business card, please. Don't shoot me today. It was Verdon, Mississippi. I think it's Verdon, Mississippi, or Verdon, Mississippi. And I tell you that I could literally quit my job that day. But I know for sure that if I continue to grind, there'll be better opportunities down the line. I end up getting another job offer with Sprint. I had more jobs than Haitians, by the way. I had so many jobs, but it took a long time, Cowboy Nation. My mom lives in Dundee, Mississippi. Shout out to you. We got a Cleveland, Mississippi. We got a Houston, Mississippi. We got a lot of Mississippi parts, man. I used to work for Pitney Bowes to ship the receiving package in Harris County Hospital District. Yeah, Dro. Okay, so what? Pitney Bowes, I was a technician. This is from Boxster's Cowboy. Well, I was the first black. Nah, I ain't gonna work. I ain't gonna spread that around like that, but I'm not even in my 40s, but for that to happen for me, you know, I'm close to my 40s. But for that to happen to me, man, I realize, man, you can't complain about where you at all the time. You just got to keep it moving. Dust your feet off, keep it moving. Mickey Cox said, glad you made it out. Yeah. Yep. So if you guys got door-to-door sales skills, B2B is what we call it, utilize them, man. Go sign up for Pitney Bowes, which is now OC. OCE, like OSA, like OCE, though. Yeah, a fat chance. Yep. Don't Soldier Boy. Yeah, so I think where's Soldier Boy is from, man? Vaden, Mississippi. I'm a truck driver, went through there. Yeah, Vaden, Vaiden. And by you being a truck driver, if you ever turn down a wrong straight, just be careful. Oh my gosh, man. Just be careful, man. That's all I'm saying. All right, Cowboy Nation. So I just look at it like this. We are all family, man. We just look different. We all bleed the same blood. And we all know that we got to all overcome something. Somebody's dealing with depression. Somebody's dealing with the mama left the house, the daddy left the house, or somebody dealing with the fact that they probably got one tooth in their mouth. It's crazy, but we all love the Cowboys. We all love the Cowboys, and that's just how it goes, Cowboy Nation. True story, by the way. And I love my Jackson State. Right? We love our Jackson State. But D.I. love my Jackson State, oh dear. Deion done turned that program all the way around. Hope the same can be said by the Cowboys. Turn that program all the way around. 3 6s from Memphis, yep. Tennessee, Cowboy Nation. Write this down. And this applies to Dez Bryant and Tad Prescott. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting or lied about, don't deal in lies or hate it and yet give way to hate it. And don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same. If you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves. Let me say that again. If you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your whole life for, broken and stooped to be built back up again with worn out tools. My bad, I knocked that down, huh? You knocked it down? No. Don't get mad at it. Right? You can take one heap of all of your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss to lose and start again at your beginnings with never breathing one word of your loss. Let me break that part down. You can go through life always at the bottom, and then you climbed and you made it all the way to the top. Let me start my beat all the way over again. And you made it all the way to the top because the same people you pass on your way up will be the same people you see on your way down. But if you, my friends, my beautiful Cowboy Nation, can make it all the way to the top and just risk it all on one play, risk it all. That's what Ryan Dakota Prescott did, right? That's what Ezekiel Elliott did, right? They risk it all, whether it's good or bad. You paying me $75 million and I flew around, pulled my hamstring or my calf, I'm at the house chilling, right? Man, law ain't a soldier like them boys, right? If I torn my PCL, I'm chilling. I'm already got my paper. It's guaranteed money. So that's what they're saying. That's what that statement means. If you could take all of your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, to lose, and this is the main part about it, to lose, to start again at your beginnings and never breathe one word of your loss. I'm not going to complain and talk about people. I'm not finna sit back here and say, hey, this is the reason why I'm not where I'm at. You know, everybody say that they are self-made, right? But only the successful ones will admit it. Nobody say I'm a self-made homeless man. Nobody say I'm a self-made man that's making $20,000 a year. But everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, said I'm a self-made millionaire. Let that sink in. Right? If you can walk with kings and presidents, nor lose the common touch, meaning that if you could be a multi-millionaire, if you can see all of the goodness and the graces of walking around with people of importance, but if you never lose sight of your fan base, of the people that's been with you from the beginning, oh my goodness. Oh, and let's not just say that. If neither friends or foes can harm you, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, then you, my friend, have unlocked the true meaning of what it takes to be a champion, but most importantly, for what it takes to be a man. Notice when I say you can walk with kings and presidents, or neither friends or foes can harm you. Meaning that you unlock the true ingredients of life. It's not about who's right or who's wrong. We supposed to all have our, let me start I need to have a 10-minute one, you know? You know? If they can just get that. I like what President Lincoln said. Cover your ears, little kids. I would rather have them inside the tent pissing out than outside the tent pissing in. What he's saying is that I'm going to bring my enemies and everybody that don't like me closer. Because now they inside. Now they understand that everybody goes through a level of difficulties. Write that one down, right? And trust, and lo and behold, I don't care if it's just one person in here, and I continue to talk to that one person. Mud is easier to get off dry than when it's still wet. Sometimes your anger, sometimes your mindset, you just got to sit back, look at it, read it twice. Old folks said this too, write this down. Measure twice, cut once. Why? Life and death in the tongue. As big as a boat is, if it don't have that rudder on it, it can't go anywhere. It can't go left nor right. It's just a big boat. So measure twice, cut once. Woo! Gina, they ain't gonna like me here today, right? You know, she said, preach, Bishop Long. I'm just telling y'all life experience. I'm up out of here, baby. One love to all. Appreciate y'all. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Regardless of whether it's football or not. I kept knocking on every door. What are you doing? Get out of here, Law. We can't stand you. We don't like you kind around here. Literally, say it to my face. That didn't stop me, no. But you know what? I got out of that three-peat suit. Took a less paying job at Comcast. Got tired of being out there in the streets. But look at me now, baby. Yeah. Look at me now, baby. I'm self-made now. One love, baby. No doubt. And remember again. Somebody gonna think I'm bragging. I ain't. Yeah. Come on. One love, baby.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on blingin', she freeze. Photo.
Write this down, yeah. And the toss up.
Jeez, no,
Yeah.
please, no photos.
Yeah.
Hit the door and the doorman just
Come on.
whole team here might need some. Still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer. If you're down in my management, I'm just warming up a way till I. Old producers saw the numbers one.
Come on.
Different colors in my baggy light.
Yeah.
Chalk it up, talk of the town.
I got a lot of hate mail in my DMs, money out of this. I'm gonna check my DMs on Twitter now, though.
I used to be quiet and out of luck.
I am.
Now I move up and move humble cause the hate and the jealousy. My mama telling me count up your blessings and run it up.
Yeah.
Nowadays nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on blingin', she freeze. Photo. Please, no photos. Jeez, no. Please, no photos. I keep giving game away.
Law.
I put game on layaway.
Nation.
I got paid to play today.
DM me y'all on IG.
I get paid on rain
DM me
days.
on
I might make it
Twitter
rain
too.
today. I got paid off pain today. Thought it'd take the pain away.
Come on.
In my own lane, finger roll.
Who's right?
I would never sell my only
Who's
soul.
wrong?
Heard your whole team was for sale. Heard it's on the market for the low. Who the realest?
It's
who
fall,
never
baby.
know? All this acting, you can play a role. Give you the world when they sign you up. Try you out and then they line you up. Ooh. Now you're looking hungry, ribs are touching, need some food. Now you're
It's
all
4-3.
alive,
Come on.
but you was fooled. Boy, get out the way, it's been a day, now you're old news. Now you got the pen and pad, you're trying to take my moves. Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on blingin', she freeze. Photo. Please, no photos. Jeez, no. Please, no photos. Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him
Let's
it's
slow it
ice. I got
down.
wifey on blingin', she ice.
Hey, come on, nation. Yep.
Take a drag of my cigarette. Breathe me out, breathe you in.
Yeah.
Take a bite of my burger, babe. Save the last bite for you,
And you.
for you. Ooh. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
Don't let them hit you, baby.
You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your player too? I'll follow wherever you go, whatever you do. Player too, too. 7 years of the perfect love. 7 more and another one.
And another one.
And another one. Finding you was the one to last. 7 wonders all in one. All in one. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your player too? I'll follow wherever you go, whatever you do. Player too. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far.
Watch this end. That dude killed this note at the end.
So far, if a paper crane can fly, doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a baby grain can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
Oh yeah, that's what I was waiting for right there. Salute, appreciate y'all. That one note. You're right, Chris. Shout out to you.